Good evening, my friends. Good evening. I'm still a little under the weather, man. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. Got the little congestion, but it's all good. My whole family, including my niece and nephew, my brother-in-law, everybody's sick right now. Yeah, we were like, it's kind of funny. We, as the title of this stream suggests, I just got back from Galaxy's Edge. It was a birthday trip for my daughter. Like the day before we went, we were like, are we going to have to cancel this? Because my daughter had a fever. And then she didn't have a fever the next day. So we're like, all right, we're going. And then turns out my, brother-in-law and their kids were a little under the weather, and they started feeling better. But then we went into the hive, the petri dish that is Disney World. And I mean, dude, you go to Disney World and every kid is like coughing and hacking and like and like everybody's touching everything and like so needless to say, yeah, I got the funk, but it's all good. I feel fine, other than like little dry throat and some bullshit. But what's going on, everybody? Good to see you. I'm super tired. We got back late last night from Galaxy's Edge. Had a eventful day letting the kids play together, because as I said, my sister and her husband and their kids are in town, so we've just been letting the kids play. Went and saw the Mario movie. It was all right. It was kind of funny, like, we took our daughter to see the new Puss in Boots movie a couple months ago, and she loved it. She was like obsessed with it. And after this movie, she was like, and she didn't really care. She was like, you know what she said? We were walking out of the parking lot, and I asked if she liked it, and she said, yeah, I wouldn't watch it again. I was like, oh, you need to start a YouTube channel. That's a better review of that movie than probably most people gave it. But welcome, guys. Yeah, you want to talk about Galaxy's Edge? You want to talk about Disney World? I just got back from it. It was my daughter's 5th birthday. 5 years old, man. So we got a big Airbnb for the family, and went down to Magic Kingdom, and then we went to Hollywood Studios, and the Airbnb had a pool, so the kids were swimming and running around. I had a game room in it. It was a good time. It's always a good time. But yeah, welcome. Alex Dunn and Swishfish and Mimi, thank you guys so much for the super chats this evening. It's a later stream than normal. I just figured I'd hop on. Why not? I knew I would just be restless in bed. Why not just shoot the shit with you guys for an hour, huh? Also, can you guys hear the monitor? I still have like a little monitor in my daughter's room, and I have a receiver right next to me. So if you can hear it, if it's too loud, I can turn it down. But I doubt you can hear it. Anyway. Alex Dunn, thank you so much, man. Alex says, do they have mist stations at Galaxy's Edge? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to say no. I don't think I've been there a bunch, just because we're very lucky. We only live 2 hours away, and we have season passes. So like, sometimes we'll just go down for the day, and you know, it's whatever. But like, I've been to Galaxy's Edge, I don't know how many, 6 times maybe. And I've never seen a misting station. But do you know what they have a lot of? They have a lot of water bottle refilling stations, which is great. Like, you go to Magic Kingdom, they have literally one water bottle refilling station in a random restaurant in Tomorrowland. That's it. Like, I always bring a Nalgene or, you know, a 40 ounce like thermo bottle that keeps shit cold for 24 hours. I always have water with me. And I don't buy bottled water. What am I? Who am I? I'm not gonna buy fucking water. So to have like water bottle refilling stations all over galaxies, like literally when you get off of Rise of the Resistance, in the exit of that ride, there's a water bottle refilling station. I had never noticed that before. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. So yeah. We did not need a mister the first day though, Alex, because it was pouring rain at Magic Kingdom. Pouring rain. But yeah, man. It'd be nice. I can only think of one place where there's misting stations. Actually, I take that back. There's a misting station in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom, and then there's like a little water, not a water park, but there's like misting station and some like water jets that shoot out of the ground near the Barnstormer. I don't know what you call that area. Like the same area with Dumbo. It's like themed like a carnival. Yeah, but anyway, I appreciate that, Alex. It'd be neat if they had one though. Swish Fish, thank you so much, man. Swish says, hi, Greedo. About to watch the finale with my brother. Nice. So I'm out before spoilers. Have a great night. Oh, I appreciate the channel support tonight, Swish. And I hope you guys get a kick out of it and enjoy it. Have a little family time there on the couch with the. You should pop a big bowl of popcorn if that's your thing. Swish, I think you probably know this, but I am so far behind on the Mandalorian. I've only seen the first 3 episodes of this season. So what am I, 5 episodes behind? 4, 7, 6? I don't know. How many episodes am I behind if I've only seen the first 3? Life has just been super busy lately. And to find the time to sit down to watch like a 45-minute episode or something, you know, I got to prioritize. Like I just got back from a 3-day little Disney vacation and I ate like an asshole. So instead of watching an episode of The Mandalorian this morning, I went on a 4-mile run. So I got to prioritize. But anyway, Swish, cheers. I appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoy it. Mimi. I sound like Harvey Firestein. Mimi, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Mimi says, hope everything's good. Enjoyed Mando so far. Haven't had an issue with it being all over the place this season, since it keeps me guessing. That's good. I'm very far behind in my my Mandalorian season 3 pursuit. But so far, the episode hasn't, or the season rather, hasn't really hooked me like previous seasons. And that might change, you know, in the next few episodes. I don't know. But it's interesting because I haven't avoided spoilers at all. I don't really care at this point. But like the scrolling through Twitter and stuff like that, it's been very different this season. Like the enthusiasm for it, from what I've seen. I mean, maybe it's just the circles that I run in, but the excitement for it hasn't really been there like previous seasons. I haven't really seen a lot of praise for it or like, oh my God moments and stuff like that on Twitter that people are super excited for. Could be wrong about that. I mean, you know, again, maybe it's just the people that I follow and stuff like that. But yeah, I desperately need to catch up. I don't know when I'm going to have time to. I will eventually for sure, but yeah, everything's good, Mimi. Everything's good. I took 8 days off of work. I have 4 more days. I don't know what to do with myself. Luckily, I got some family in town, so my niece and nephew, they're playing with my daughter a lot, and you know, that's entertaining. So we're gonna go to the pool tomorrow and all that stuff. But other than everybody being sick, things are good. But I appreciate that, Mimi. As soon as I finish watching this season, I'll make a video about it, and you'll hear my overall thoughts. And like I said, hopefully it starts to hook me a little more than the 3 episodes that I've watched, you know. Cyberpunk. Yeah, it's weird, man. I don't really have much of a desire to play it, Oscar. I don't know why. I probably put like 8 hours into it, and then I don't know, just kind of got my fill. I don't know why. It just didn't hook me. I'm very, very, very picky when it comes to my single player games. Yeah, I don't know why. Anyway. Mr. French Canadian Wolfman. Good to see you. Wolfman says, Bo-Katan was the best part of this season. I've liked her in this season so far in the 3 episodes that I've seen. So I haven't really seen that much of her. I'm assuming she plays a much larger role in the episodes that how many episodes am I behind? Mandalorian season 3. Let's see. So there's 8 episodes. Is that right? 8 episodes. So I am 5 episodes behind. That's wild. That is crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Just a lack of time, man. A lack of time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing it just because I really want to make a video about it. Like, I haven't really been able to give my opinion of the show because, you know, after Wolfman, like after only seeing 3 episodes of this season, I feel like I can't talk about it just because, and it's not because of spoilers or anything, because I don't really give a shit, but like, I feel like I can't really talk about it because it wouldn't be fair for me to talk about it as a whole, because I'm not all caught up, you know. But as of right now, it's definitely not. Oh, one sec.
Uncertainty for you guys lately. Do you see yourself staying in Jackson in the near future? Take care, man.
Jared, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. But yeah, Wolfman, I want to make a video. I want to be able to talk about it. I want to talk about it as a whole. You know, I will make a Mandalorian season 3 thoughts video, and we'll see if it starts hooking me a little more as I continue. But yeah, we'll see, man. I appreciate it. Steven Schinder, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Have you seen Poker Face? So good, watch that instead. No, I forgot about this show, to tell you the truth. My parents were actually watching it, and they recommended it. They said it was good. But I completely forgot about it until just now with the incomparable... Poker Face is a puzzle box of modest ambitions working with a full deck. I don't know what that means. 10 episodes in this first season. It's on Peacock. I just let my Peacock subscription run out because I was paying for it for like 3 months, not realizing it, and I don't watch anything on Peacock. But maybe I'll resubscribe. All right, Steve. We're always looking for something new to watch instead of just scrolling through YouTube and like watching Good Mythical Morning every day. So yeah, that's probably what we're gonna. Maybe that's what we'll start watching. We're not all caught up on Succession. We didn't see this week's episode. We saw the last episode where the major thing happened. So that's kind of the only thing we're watching right now. But yeah, maybe Poker Face will be the next. I'm sure my wife will want to watch it. 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is pretty solid, man. What is beef? 2 strangers get into a road rage incident that brings chaos into their life. Beef. Huh. Alright. The Last Kingdom. I've never heard of any of these shows. Sometimes I feel like I live under a rock. go to work, pick up my daughter from school, hang out with my kid and my wife, go to bed, go for runs, miss out on all the news and all the entertainment, sometimes by design. Yeah, Figment, like, for whatever reason, since my daughter was born, like 5 years ago, we just started watching Good Mythical, like, I would say about 5 years ago. And I don't know why, it's just so easily digestible. It's something to look forward to, like, every single day. You know, a little 20-minute video here and there. Guy's got good personality. I'm a Link man. I like Link. I don't know why. Link speaks to me. Anyway. I appreciate that, Steve. Jared, Andrew, and Oscar, thank you guys so much. Jared says, I understand there's a bit of uncertainty for you guys lately. Do you see yourself staying in Jacksonville in the near future? Take care, man. In what way? In what way? Uncertainty. Yeah, I'm probably never gonna be able to leave this place until I retire, to tell you the truth. Like, I have a retirement plan through the state, just because in my job I can't really leave it. You know, I mean, I guess I could go to another fire department in another state or something like that, but, like, you know, I've got a foothold here. I've got a retirement plan, all that stuff. But, and my family's here, and my wife's family's here, and, you know, it'd be hard for us to pick up stakes and just move, you know, especially with kind of what I do for a living and the roots that I've put down there, you know. You know, oh yeah, Figment, nice, man. As someone who I live in St. Augustine as well, Figment. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah. We used to, maybe, have we talked about this? Oh, yeah, Jared. Yep, that. Yeah, it's gonna probably go bye-bye in the next couple weeks. She's just working there until it eventually happens. She's just trying to help everybody during the transition. So, yeah, like, that's not going to make us move away. I mean, in a perfect world, it would be really fun to go somewhere. I don't know where. North Carolina. I don't know. We like the mountains. But, no, I like it here, man. I moved here when I was like 12 or 13. I love the beach. I look forward to the summer every single year. I go to the pool as much as I possibly can in the beach, and, like, I can't imagine not having that as an option, you know. I definitely take it for granted, you know. But yeah, I mean, I honestly, I like nothing more than, like, a day at the pool or a day at the beach. Yeah, my daughter's the same way for sure. But, yeah, no, no, you didn't overstep at all. No, Jared, not at all. I forgot I mentioned that. Not at all. Yeah, so, she thinks she might have something lined up, that she can fall into, you know, some, she knows somebody that is kind of going to help her out with the job. But it is, you know, everybody's been there, right? It's a little nerve-wracking. Mortgage and car payment and, you know, raising a kid and bills, and, you know, it's nothing different than anybody else. But when somebody, like, kind of loses a job, it can be a little It can. I'm saying it can be. No, it is a little hectic and a little nerve-wracking. But haven't really changed our lifestyle yet. When it eventually happens, we'll definitely pull back the reins on what we do, you know? Because we've been taking a lot of trips lately that have been planned for like a year. So luckily, she still has that income during those trips. And yeah, we're just waiting for the inevitable, you know? But yeah. Yeah, Figment. We used to live downtown Jacksonville, like in Avondale, Riverside area. That's where our first house was. We used to ride our bikes. I don't know how familiar you are with down there, but we used to ride our bikes to like Bold City Brewery and 5 Points and all that stuff. And then we sold that house. We moved in with my parents for 6 months while our new house was being built in St. Augustine. And yeah, I love it here. You know, we're like 30 minutes away from everything. Yeah, St. Augustine's cool. Do you ever go to the breweries? Like Old Coast Ales or Bog or Dog Rose or Ancient City? Old Coast is our favorite. But, you know, I like going to Bog. It's, you know, it feels like a little hole in the wall, and they got a daddle peppered lager, I think it is, and I don't know, it's kind of a gimmicky beer, but it's pretty tasty on a hot day. A nice spicy daddle pepper beer. But yeah, anyway. Andrew Rodriguez, thank you so much. Andrew says, hope everyone is having a good week so far. I'm still 3 episodes behind on Mando. Get well soon, HG. Stay safe. Yeah, good week so far. Disney World, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and went and saw Mario at the movie theater today. You're more caught up on Mando than I am. I'm 5 episodes behind, man. That's gonna take me forever to catch up on. Bummer. But yeah, I'll catch up when I catch up. I eventually will, I promise. But that like season 3 recap video or season 3 review video probably won't happen for like 4 months. But yeah. Yeah, hopefully this, like, I got hit back to back like 2 weeks of different types of sicknesses. My whole family did. It's a bummer. And now it's like in my throat and my nose. Which is fine. Whatever. You know. I don't know about you guys, but like I'd rather have like a fever than a sore throat. I mean, they usually go hand in hand, right? But like the thing that I hate more than anything when you get sick is a sore throat. I hate it. Just this like inescapable discomfort, you know. Yeah, get me to the back to tank, man. But yeah, Andrew, I appreciate the hell out of that generous super chat this evening, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Cigar City's great, Campbell. I've never been to the brewery itself, but I'm a big fan of their Maduro Brown Ale. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my go-tos. Like if I'm at the grocery store and I don't really see anything catches my eye, I always grab the Maduro. Yeah, Cigar City is solid. But Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. If you lorded over minions, what would you have them do? Like actual minions from the Minions movie? Oh god, I've never seen any of those, so I don't even know what they do in the movie. I would have them fold laundry. Okay? They wouldn't be doing anything crazy. I would just have them do menial tasks that I don't like doing. I would have them fold laundry. Right now, there's 2 goddamn baskets of laundry in my laundry room that are clean that need to be folded. And I know that I have to do them in the morning. But if I had my minions, I would just be like, hey, fold that. And it would be done. Like, yeah, nothing exciting. I wouldn't have them, like, go steal things. I wouldn't have them go commit crimes. I wouldn't have them, like, pamper me. I would just have them do menial tasks. Please clean up after dinner. Maybe change my oil in my car. Fold laundry. Do a better job at vacuuming than my robot vacuum. Exactly, Brandon. What's up, Brandon? Yeah, bring me a beer from the fridge. Hey, run to the store and get me some Dayquil. Oh, now I can think of a lot of things. Hey, do my taxes, minions. Do my taxes. They mess them up. I like that, Oscar. I appreciate that, man. Nice, Tyler. Go Braves indeed. I used to live in Georgia. I used to live in Lawrenceville, Georgia, Gwinnett County. I don't know if you're still here, but yeah, man. I grew up there. I lived there from the time I was like 4 or 5 years old until I was 12 or 13. So like I lived in Atlanta during the time of the 90s Braves. And I've been a lifelong Braves fan ever since. So yeah, man. It's kind of funny. I lived like really close to Alex from Star Wars Explained. We grabbed years ago. I've hung out with him multiple times, but years ago we had a conversation at a little breakfast place in Georgia, and we found out that we lived like really close to each other. And if I would have stayed, if I would have continued to live there through high school, I think we would have ended up going to the same high school, which is kind of small world, you know, small world. Kind of cool. But anyway, Alex Dunn and French Canadian Wolfman, thank you guys so much for the channel support this evening. Where did it go? There we go. Alex Dunn says, I'm in the middle of watching Oz. Love it so far. The prison show? Is that the prison show, right? Okay, yeah. Dude, I've never seen Oz. I forgot about that show. That might be a fun one to watch. Yeah, what was that on? Was that on HBO? Yeah, HBO. So I never had HBO growing up. I never had HBO. So like, I never watched The Sopranos as it was airing. Never watched Oz. I never really watched any of like the stand-up specials that came out on HBO until they were on like YouTube later on. Yeah, my family just never had HBO, so things like that completely passed me by. We did watch The Sopranos like, God, it's probably been 10 years. 10 years ago, we started watching The Sopranos and finished it. Yeah, wow, probably 10 years ago. That's crazy to think about. I was thinking it was a lot sooner, but yeah, probably 2013. That was 10 years ago. Crazy. But definitely watch it when you want to start something new. Yeah, I'll put that in the wife's ear, and maybe she'll want to watch something like that. That seems like something she's always up for shows like that. Like, I don't know, she likes like, I don't know if this is how Oz is, but she likes crime stuff and scuzzy shows. I'm more of the type of person who wants something funny, a little lighthearted. And she's like, I want to watch a show where they interview serial killers. And I'm like, why? Why? But yeah, Alec, same, got HBO Max over a year ago and I've been catching up on all these shows. Nice, man. Yeah, we have HBO Max now. I always forget about it because we get our cell phone and internet from AT&T. So I don't know if you guys know this, but if you have AT&T, you get free HBO Max. And I always forget that we have that because there's not much on there that I ever think to watch. And I'm sure there's way more than I know about, you know. But yeah, man. Anyway, I appreciate that recommendation there, Alex. I forgot about Oz. Ernie Hudson, J.K. Simmons. That's all you need to know, right? Jump in, jump in. Duster, how did you do your stream setup? Just a green screen on your windows and windshield. It is way less complicated than that. I literally, so for this, I call it the Lightspeed Lounge. I put my camera in the back seat of my Subaru Crosstrek, and I videoed myself tapping my thumb for like 5 seconds, and I took that. I took a screenshot of that video. I cut out the windows. I changed everything up. I made it look like that, and then I rotoscoped my hand. Let me see if I can show you. Lightspeed car. Nah, it's not going to work. I rotoscoped my hand. So, like, my hand and is on a different layer than the rest of the car. If that makes sense. So, like, the car, everything about the car is a still image. Except for my hand that's tapping the steering wheel. Does that make sense? So, the car is like a PNG with transparent windows. And that's just a static image. And my hand tapping is a little video file. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I did. Anyway. Wolfman, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Wolfman says, don't forget the Jar Jar skit and the Clone Wars micro series. I have more of a desire. To watch and make a video about the micro series than I do finishing The Mandalorian. Maybe it's because The Mandalorian right now is so daunting. I'm 5 episodes behind, and I know that's going to take me forever to get through. But the micro series is what, like 2 hours long in its entirety? So that just seems a lot more digestible. And not to mention, people for years have been telling me to watch that thing. So maybe that would be a good little video to work on tomorrow in the morning. Yeah. Finally make that video. I'm actually working on an Ewok Caravan of Courage video. I started watching the movie. I think I'm like 30 minutes in. Yeah, so like Ewok video, micro series video, Jar Jar. I want to do a Jar Jar live stream, Wolfman. Whenever I start feeling a little better. Been wanting to do that for a long time. I just need to pull the trigger and do it one day, you know. But yeah, it's coming, Wolfman. It's coming. I appreciate that, man. Harrison Carhart, good to see you. Harrison says, halfway through my academy. Nice. So what are you learning right now? What are you guys doing right now? Gasket swivel. Gasket swivel. Yeah. Oh, nice. Hazmat. What are you doing with hazmat? In my academy, we didn't really do much hazmat stuff. We did, I mean, we had a chapter on hazmat in the IFSTA book, but like, we never really went over a lot of hazmat in the field. We had a propane burn where we had to do a wide fog pattern. and push the nozzle like onto the tank, and then reach our hand in and turn off the tank. Okay, structural collapse. Nice, man. Nice. My academy was very we didn't really do I mean, we did a lot of the bookwork stuff was kind of like on your own, you know. The class setting was kind of on your own, like at your own, not at your own pace. It wasn't at your own pace, but like they didn't really teach us any of that stuff. It was up to us on the book to use the book and pass the tests. What we did in our academy was we did a lot of hose pulling, ladder throwing, roof cutting. We didn't really use of hazmat equipment and lessons in chemistry. Shit, man, we didn't do like any of that stuff. My academy was basically set up for you to pass the state test. So like we would every single day we would kind of like go over certain things that might be on the state test, the randomized state test. So like your state test comes around. I don't know how it is where you live. I live in Florida. For the state test, like what you have to do, you get dressed under what, like 2 minutes or something like that. You pull a line. You have to fight fire left, right, and then center and march it to the door. March the nozzle to the door. Once that's done, you have to go. How was it? You have to go tie 2 tools for hoisting. After you tie those 2 tools, you have to go throw a ladder against a wall to a window, don your mask, go on air, and then go into the window with a tool in your hand and find a victim, bring the victim out of the building. And after that, that's when like there were 3 scenarios that were randomized by a computer. So it could be anything from like low profile, last resort, cutting a window, cutting a roof, fire extinguisher evolution. It could be anything, like a number of 20 different scenarios that were in the computer's thing, you know. My scenarios were one was forcing an inward swinging door. And then I had to cut a roof for ventilation. And then I had to... my last scenario was the funniest one. The guy was like, all right, connect these 2 hoses. And I looked at him and was like, what? And he was like, you heard me? Connect these 2 hoses. And I said, that's it? And he said, connect these 2 hoses. And I was like, all right. So I just... There were 2 1 3/4 lines laying on the ground. And I literally just coupled these 2 hoses together. And it was like, all right, good job, you passed. I was like, that's it. That's what the computer chose for me. Connecting 2 hoses together. All right. I'll take it, man. We'll be doing all that at the end of the academy. It's mainly book stuff in the middle. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, ours was like all hands-on. We barely did any book work. The book work was all like, do it at home. And then come in and take your tests. And then we're out in the field all day. So yeah, we barely did any of that stuff. As a class, you know. But yeah, once you get on the job, you know, you'll learn a lot of every department's different, every station's different. But the general concept of most things still remain, you know. Yeah, and you'll never, it's until your first fire, you'll never know exactly yeah, like how it all works. It's like organized chaos. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat when your incident commander is on scene and just kind of listening to radio chatter. It can be a pretty well-oiled machine if you have the right leadership in place, you know. But that's awesome, man. Hell yeah. Sounds like yours a little more knowledge-based. Mine was a little more, hey, get out there and pull some lines. But that's cool, man. Enjoy it. Congratulations. Everybody always says it's the best job in the world, and man, I agree. It's a really great job. You'll see some really bad stuff. I don't believe that. I don't know where you're at. Do you have to be an EMT to also be a firefighter? In the state of Florida, you have to be an EMT in order to be a firefighter too. So like, you know, I don't believe that they like 95% of what you do as a firefighter is medical. And I don't think that recruits go into the field knowing enough about just the routine of a medical call, you know. I never even touched like a monitor or a pulse ox until I got on the streets. I mean, it's crazy, you know. I know it's the boring stuff, but when it's 95% of your job, you know, there needs to be more of it, you know. But yeah, anyway. Okay, nice. Yeah, EMT and Fire One Academy. Yep. Cool, man. Hell yeah, keep me updated. I love that shit. And I hope you're enjoying it so far. Keep your nose in the books if that's what their main focus on, because, you know, take it. I know you're taking it serious, but because if you make it through EMT, you can make it through anything. But yeah, anyway. Wolfman, thank you so much. And Evans Media, appreciate the support tonight, guys. Wolfman says, the micro series is on Disney Plus, in case you didn't know. 2 episodes, an hour each. Oh, okay. I thought it was broken down more than that. Gotcha. I didn't even think about it on Disney Plus, to tell you the truth. Truth, Wolfman. I have it bookmarked on YouTube. Like the entire micro series is uploaded on YouTube. I don't know if those links are still active. Maybe they ripped them down since it's on Disney Plus. They might have taken them down, so I might have to watch it on Disney Plus. But okay, yeah, I didn't realize that. So yeah, maybe tomorrow morning I'll sit down with a cup of coffee and watch the micro series and give my thoughts on it in a video. Yeah, I need to. I know when I wake up, I'll be like, I'm going to work out. And then after that, I'm going to be like, I need to fold this laundry. And after that, I'm going to be like, I need to do the dishes. And after that, I'm going to be like, I should probably mow the lawn. And after that, I'm going to be like, oh, it's time to leave. Shit, where did the day go? The day go by. The day goes by. The day go by. The day go by? Anyway, I appreciate that, Wolfman. Let me sit up a little more. There we go. All right. I need to get around to watching it for sure. I've been saying it for years. Evans Media, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Evans says, what's your go-to version of Empire Strikes Back? Because 4K 80 isn't out.
With the Acolyte taking place decades prior to the prequels, what are the odds we see in a dramatic reveal a season finale twist showing Darth Plagueis and a young Palpatine?
Benjamin B, thank you so much. Evans Media, I appreciate it. Evans, you know, I'm not picky with my version of Empire. I think it's because it's the one that was tinkered with the least, you know? So if I'm sitting down to watch Empire, I'm completely fine watching like the Disney Plus cut. Now when 4K 80 comes out, that will be my go-to, just like 4K 77 is my go-to for A New Hope, you know? But as of right now, I'm not all that picky. Which I guess is a little weird, you know? But like I said, the changes made to Empire aren't as dramatic as the changes made to A New Hope or even Return of the Jedi. Like, there's no Jedi rocks in Empire Strikes Back. There's no goofy CGI Jabba in The Empire Strikes Back. You know what I mean? There's nothing that really jumps out to you other than maybe like the Cloud City windows in The Empire Strikes Back. That change. But the changes in that movie aren't as dramatic as the other ones. They're not as stick out and punch in the face as the other ones, you know? So, yeah, man, as of right now, until 4K 80 comes out, I'm completely fine watching the Disney Plus version or whatever version I have, you know. I think the colors on the Disney Plus version reflect the original versions way more than like the Blu-rays. So that's kind of one reason why I actually do prefer the Disney Plus versions over the Blu-rays. It's a little more true to the color and the tint of the originals than like the Blu-rays have a dramatic blue hue to them, which the original version, especially of A New Hope, did not. So I've made comparison videos in the past. You can watch those, but like, yeah. So I'm not. Yeah, there's the voice. That's true, Christian. The voice actor. It went from oh, it's gonna bother me. I used to know this on the top at the. Oh, what's his name? Oh, it's right there. It's right there. What's his name? I'm trying to think of it without looking at the chat, because I know somebody's yelling at me right now about it, and without Googling it. What is his name? It starts with a J. Oh, Jason Wingreen. Jason Wingreen. Went from Jason Wingreen to Tamara Morrison. That's a change that I don't like either, for sure. But anyway, Evans, I appreciate that, man. Orlando, Galaxy's Edge, Spooter. We live 2 hours away from Disney World, so like we have season passes, and we're very lucky in that in that sense, you know. So, Benjamin B, thank you so much for the channel support this evening as well. Ben says, with the Acolyte taking place decades prior to the prequels, what are the... let me take a quick sip of water real fast, all right? All right, there we go. Ben says, with the Acolyte taking place decades prior to the prequels, what are the odds we see a dramatic reveal, a season finale twist showing Darth Plagueis and a young Palpatine? Ooh. Yeah, how far... is that all they've said? Decades prior to the prequels? I would suspect if you know, The Mandalorian and Boba Fett and all these shows are our guide, Andor's kind of the outlier as of right now, at least. But if we have those shows as our guide, you know, connections and stuff like that are going to be aplenty. You guys know me. All these connected things don't do anything for me. I wouldn't be surprised if the Acolyte like leads into the prequels to where we do see a young Palpatine or something like that, which would kind of bum me out, but in my heart of hearts I have a feeling that is going to happen. But again, it would bum me out because I forever since we heard about the Acolyte for the first time, the idea of the show being kind of like a brand new thing with new characters that we know nothing about and stuff like that. That's intriguing to me. That's what I want more of. I want more new stuff, right? and to have it be like a lead-in to young Palpatine. I know a lot of people love that shit, but for me, it would just be like an eye-rolling moment. Like, why can't we just have a thing that stands on its own, you know? I don't know about Plagueis. I mean, Plagueis does not have currently a place in canon, right? Let me see. Darth Plagueis. Okay, I guess he has to, because... So Plagueis, does he appear... What does he appear in? Mentioned only, mentioned only. Okay, so in... Oh, I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this. So, obviously, Revenge of the Sith, Skywalker sucked. So, like... Oh, he's mentioned in the expanded edition, like the audiobook of The Rise of Skywalker. Interesting. I didn't realize that he currently had like a place in canon, but I guess that makes sense because of the prequels. But he's mentioned in the Tarkin book? I don't remember that at all. I read the Tarkin book. Huh. Okay. Although Legends works show that Plagueis had power over life and death, Lucas himself stated that Palpatine's tale about Plagueis' abilities was a lie. The biography... Oh, interesting. So, let me read that again. Although Legends works show that Plagueis had power over life and death, George Lucas himself stated that Palpatine's tale about Plagueis' abilities was a lie. Huh. Interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna have to read about this. That's cool. Everybody took Palpatine at his word, but you took a scheming son of a bitch at his word. Darth Plagueis was first mentioned on screen in the 2005 film Star Wars blah blah Revenge of the Sith, the third and final blah, blah. Although Palpatine was never confirmed to be Plagueis' appearance in the movie itself, a link to the official encyclopedia on StarWars.com did refer to Sidious as having been trained by Darth Plagueis. The character was created by George Lucas as early as the first draft of Revenge of the Sith. His story was massively expanded upon in the 2012 Legends novel Darth Plagueis. It notably established Plagueis to be a Mun, just as Lucas proposed. Although Legends works show that Plagueis had power over life and death, Lucas himself stated that Palpatine's tale about Plagueis' abilities was a lie. The biography gallery of Darth Sidious's databank entry states that Plagueis was killed by Sidious after he took Darth Maul as his apprentice. However, the 2019 reference book, Ultimate Star Wars New Edition, lists Plagueis' murder at Sidious's hands as taking place before Sidious takes Maul under his wing. Alright. Things are always changing. Anyway. Cheers, Ben. You're making me go down a rabbit hole, my friend. I appreciate that. We'll see. We'll see. Oscar Rodriguez and 2 balls, 1 nut. I appreciate it, guys. Final super chats before I jet. Oscar says, sometimes I'll put on Clone Wars while I do stuff around the house, but sometimes I wonder, what if we had a live-action Clone Wars series that released from 2002 to 2005? Oh, like during the meat and potatoes of the prequels? That'd be cool. Yeah, that would have been neat. That would have been revolutionary. A show that takes place during the Clone Wars, during the prequels, that goes hand in hand with the prequels as they're coming out. Oh, what a cool idea. I like that. What a missed opportunity. But, Lucas had a lot on his plate. They were doing a lot, with the movies, but, That's a cool idea, though. Oscar, I've never re-watched episodes of the Clone Wars. Like when I got done with my full viewing experience, I never watched another episode after. I have things that I like putting on if I'm doing stuff around the house too. None of which involve Star Wars, surprisingly. But like my go-to movies that I put on around the house if I'm doing stuff around the house are like Apollo 13, or I put on some documentaries like most of the time what I put on is like space related. I'll put on like the Apollo 11 documentary that released a few years ago, which is incredible if you haven't seen it. I'll put on When We Left Earth, which is a Discovery Channel like 5-part documentary series about America's space program. It's really well done, narrated by Gary Sinise. Apollo 13. I'll put on a movie called 127 Hours, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. But yeah, or I'll just throw on like an episode of Red Letter Media or something while I'm doing stuff around the house. But it's rarely a Star Wars thing. It's usually something that I've seen a million times. I just put it on, It used to like exclusively be Apollo 13. And Clerks. I used to put Clerks on a lot if I was like folding laundry or doing stuff around the house. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. I need to do some nose spray before I go to bed so I can breathe. 2 balls, 1 nut. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this evening. Final super chat before I jet. You said you think you'll ever get around to watching Tales of the Jedi? It's only 6 episodes that are 1 hour and 30 total. I've actually wanted to fire those up recently. Are they like? I have a 5-year-old daughter. Are they appropriate for her? Oh, I didn't tell you guys. My daughter built not like the super expensive lightsaber, but when you get out of the Star Tours ride and you go into the gift shop, there's like a little like kiddie build your own lightsaber area. And it's just, you know those lightsabers that they used to have? They probably still have these off the shelf, but like the ones that you can snap your wrist and the blade comes out. You can build your own one of those at the gift shop outside of Star Tours, and she built her own. It was not prompted. I did not say, "Hey, you want to buy a lightsaber?" I'm not that kind of dad that's gonna like push her into liking the same shit that I like. She just wanted to. She saw it, and I was like, "All right, let's do it." I'll have to take a picture of it. You can choose the color of the blade. She chose blue. She chose a green cross guard, and then she chose like the base of it. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's the same one that's on Obi-Wan's. But some part of the late episodes of Clone Wars can get a little dark. Okay. So I might, I kind of want to save a lot of that stuff. It's dark at moments, mature themes, but it doesn't show anything graphic. Gotcha. I kind of want to save some of that stuff for like when my daughter's a little older, if by chance she wants to watch that stuff. Again, I don't pressure her to watch anything that I want to watch. She's 5. She likes her own stuff right now, and that's how it's going to be for forever, right? So, I'm sure at some point we'll watch some shows, movies together. Yeah, a blue lightsaber with green cross guards. Interesting. Yeah, she was building it, and I was like, oh, green, cool. Like blue blade, green cross guards. I was like, cool, man, do it to it. Who gives a shit, right? It's pretty cool. I'll have to take a picture of it. But yeah, Two Balls. I'll eventually get around to it, but like a lot of things, I might just wait until my kid's a little older and show some interest, and we can kind of experience those things together, you know? Oh, and speak of the devil, she might be waking up. Or maybe she's just talking in her sleep. It adds more depth to Dooku and has fun moments with Ahsoka. Oh, nice. Okay. I still want to read the Dooku book. Didn't they release it used to just be an audiobook, right? They released the book of it, right? Anyway, I appreciate that, Two Balls. I always see it when I launch Disney Plus, and you know, they're pretty short episodes, right? They're shorter than 30 minutes, right? Tales of the Jedi. Yeah, they're 15 minutes. All right. Oh, it's a script. Dooku lost. Kevin Scott. Dooku Jedi Lost. Hardcover, Kindle. Oh, it's on the Kindle. Okay. Maybe I'll read that next. I'm currently reading Thrawn Alliances. So maybe I've been wanting to read this. All right. Anyway, guys, I got a jet. I didn't realize they were so short, 15 minutes. So maybe I'll watch Tales of the Jedi. And get caught up on that. But man, I gotta catch up on Mando. I gotta catch up on the Micro series. I got so much Star Wars to catch up on. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway. Alright, everybody. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me on this, what is it, Thursday? No, Wednesday. Wednesday evening. We went a little late. We got a little late start, but that's all good. Alright, everybody. Hope I start feeling better in the morning. But that's it for me tonight. To everybody who super chatted and supported this little corner of the internet, I appreciate the hell out of it. To everybody who hung out in the chat, thanks for hanging out, man. All right, everybody. All right, Two Balls. Maybe I'll work on that. Maybe that'll be my next project. Those are two relatively easily digestible things, right? But all right, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.